Okay, hello. Let's just check if we're live. Let's see. Yes, looks like it. Let me just mute my computer so I don't get double. Alrighty, let's see. Where are we? There we are. Okay. Hello. Just wait while people join in. Right, let's check where are we at. What's the light doing? See if we can get something a bit better. Okay. Right. Hi there. I'm back. It's been ages. Yes, it's been a while since I've done Facebook Live, and thank you to all of you who've been in touch. Hi Lynn, who've been in touch saying that you've missed it and all the rest. I've missed it too. My breakaway was a little bit longer than I had anticipated. You know how it is with families. So it's just taken us a little bit longer than I initially thought to just get ourselves used to being back together again. But yeah, and the other thing, of course, is that work has just been ridiculously busy. So I'm afraid Stampin' Up has had to take quite a back seat for the last little while. But here we are, we're back again. Just slightly different time slot tonight, Saturday night. Not sure how that one might work. Am I clashing with Strictly? I don't know. I watch it every week, but I usually record it because it starts a bit early for me. So yeah, if you're here, then just let me know. Just leave a comment. I'm just gonna, the light doesn't look great, so let me just try and, yeah, there we go. So how are you, Lynn? Like I said, I haven't really spoken to anybody in a while. We've still been having our classes and stuff, which is great. But yeah, I've just had to roll back on the old Stampin' Up activity a little bit. But I'm back, and there's just lots going on in the world of Stampin' Up at the moment, so there's quite a lot to tell you about. So to begin with, recently Stampin' Up had their annual online convention, which is where Stampin' Up demonstrators from all around the world get together and have a great time. Now, I didn't make it to that, but I've been watching the recordings of it, and this one that's just happened is where the new spring-summer catalogue was released. Can you believe it? Everybody else is just getting into Christmas and we're already starting to think about spring-summer. But I've had a look at the catalogue and you guys are going to love it. It will go live on the 2nd of January. So something nice and happy and cheerful to look forward to in the new year. The other thing that happens and starts on the 2nd of January is our annual celebration special offer, which runs for 3 months. If you know Stampin' Up, then you know celebration really well. But if you're new to Stampin' Up, then basically for these 3 months, there's an offer that runs that for every £45 you spend, you get to choose a free gift from a selection of exclusive stamp sets and things that you just can't buy otherwise. So I'll be playing with those in a little while once I can get my hands on them. The other big news, which you may have seen me post about on my Facebook page, is this new Stamparatus, which has come out, which is Stampin' Up's new stamp positioning tool. The Stampin' Up world has kind of gone a bit gaga over it because it's in really limited supply. Those of you who are old enough and who remember Cabbage Patch Dolls when they first came out, so these things are kind of like gold dust at the moment because they're just on a limited release. But if you have trouble lining up your images, if you like to do double or triple step stamping, if your sentiments are wonky, if you have trouble holding the clear blocks, which I know some people do, all those things, this is going to just be fantastic for you. It's taken everything that all the other stamp positioning tools on the market can do and does it better and does some stuff that even they don't do. So I don't want to do too much about it yet because, like I say, it's really hard to get your hands on, but it will be available in next year's catalogue. So if I can get my hands on it, then I'll let you guys see how it is and we'll have a play together. But the big thing I wanted to tell you about tonight, and the reason I've come on tonight instead of Monday, is that Black Friday is coming up, and of course Stampin' In get in on the action even, and we're having an online extravaganza which starts on the 20th of November, which is Monday. But what's happening is that there's a special 24-hour flash sale, which actually starts from, I think it's from 11 o'clock tomorrow night until obviously 11 o'clock on Monday night. So if I went live at 8 o'clock on Monday, it would be a bit too late to kind of tell you all about it. So the extravaganza works like this. So there's the 24-hour flash sale starting tomorrow night, and during this 24-hour period, there's a selection of stamp sets are 20% off. Now, Stampin' Up don't often discount their stamp sets, so this is a really good opportunity to get your hands on if you've had your eye on one for a while or whatever. So all you need to do is go to my website, www.stampingjack.com. Go to the special offers page, and you'll see the list. You'll be able to get to the list of exactly what's on offer. Now, tonight I'm going to use some of them because I have some of these items on the list already, so you can have a look at it. So we've got that happening just for 24 hours. But alongside that, we're having a wider sale that also starts tomorrow night, but runs until the 26th of November. And it includes framelits, some stamp sets, accessories, stamp inks, all sorts of stuff. And again, you know, some of these things are discounted up to 40% off. So it's definitely worth a look to see what's on the list and if there's anything there that you've had your eye on. And then, and this is not, it's not quite a secret, but at the very end, on the 26th and 27th of November, there'll be another 24-hour flash sale. But I don't know what's going to be in that yet. I don't have the list. So what I'm going to do tonight is, like I said, I haven't got samples ready for you. I'm just going to have a play around. I've got some ideas of what I want to do. So I'm just going to have a play around with some of the stuff that's going to be on offer, so you can kind of have a feel for it. So I've got some Christmas cards and got some non-Christmas cards. So that's that. But before I get into that, just to remind you that the host code for this month is posted on my website, and I'll put a post up on the again on the Facebook page. So when you place your order, make sure to use that code, because that code will mean that I will send you an extra thank you gift at the end of the month. The other thing that I'm doing is, for the month of November, is that anyone who places an order using that host code will be entered into a draw to get this stamp set. Now, some of you may remember this is a promotion that was done in October, that if you did an order over, I think it was £250, you got this stamp set for free. So you can't buy this stamp set anymore. It's just not available. So I'm going to give this away at the end of the month, and every time you place an order during November for whatever value, you'll get an entry into the prize draw for this stamp set. Also, if you share this video, you'll also get an entry into the prize draw. So if you shared it, because I can't always see, if you shared it, just leave a comment down here letting me know that you shared it, so I can enter you into the draw. And when it comes to the end of the month, we'll draw a name and someone will get this. It's got some gorgeous images. So obviously these are really Christmassy with the reindeer and the sentiments, but these candles here you can use all year round. They'd be great for birthday cards, and they're a really nice size as well. So that will be a really good addition to anybody's collection. So on to the cards, right? So first of all, when I saw one of the stamp sets that is on offer is the Oh So Eclectic stamp set, which is one of my favorites, I have to say. So when I saw that this was on offer, I was like, wow, this is really fantastic. You'll have seen, if you're a usual to the Facebooks, I've made quite a lot of cards with this one. I really like this stamp set. And this one is, let me just have a look. This one is on offer for the whole period, and it's 30% off. So instead of being £21, which it normally is, it's only £14.70. So that's a really great deal. So I'm just going to, as I say, I've got an idea in my mind of what I just want to make a really simple card with this one. I'm just going to stay a bit monochromatic. So we've got some vanilla, some black, and another piece of vanilla. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this image here. So the big flower outline. Pop it on a block, and I'm going to create a background with it. So let's get some scrap paper here, and I'm going to, in black, I'm just going to stamp this all over like so. Get plenty of ink on there. Okay, and then a little bit in the corner, and then I think a little bit up here. Okay, so we've got a nice panel there, and I'm not going to colour these in. I've done that on others, but I just want to keep this super simple. So all I'm going to do is then just stick this. Got a bit of glue stuck to me. And I'm just going to stick this down onto my piece of black. Like, like so. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to stamp the sentiment. So I've pre-cut a little, where is it? Where'd it go? What have I done with it? Ah, there they are. I've pre-cut a small oval for my layering ovals die set, and a scalloped oval that just goes with it. And I'm going to use the Oh Hello Friend sentiment. And I'm just going to stamp that onto my oval. Let's see if I can get it straight. Yep. And I'm going to glue that onto the black. Like so. Right, pop that to one side. Now, I do want to add a little bit of colour to this. Not a lot, but just a touch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Tranquil Tide ink pad and my sponge dauber, which is here. I love this little tool. It's great for inking without getting yourself all inked up. And also it's great for just adding little circles of colour to flowers. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to add a hint to the centres of these flowers. Just very subtle. Nothing, well, that wasn't quite as subtle as I wanted that one, but never mind. There we go. Where's my ink? There it is. There we are. And then I'm going to take some Tranquil Tide ribbon. Now this ribbon is one of the ribbons that are on special offer during this special offer during the special. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of snail on the back, and I'm just going to stick my ribbon down on one side. And then just run it across where I want it to be on my card. And then just stick it down the other side, and we'll trim that off. So this ribbon comes in all of our in colours, and all of the in colours are on offer, which is really great. And then I'm going to take my little sentiment and I'm going to pop that up using some dimensionals. Like so. There we go. And then I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back of this one. Still with me, Lynn? How are you? I think Saturday night's a quiet night, is it, for people? Maybe they'll watch on another evening. I guess I don't know. Maybe they are watching Strictly, who knows? Anyway. Right. So then we flip over and we're just going to attach that to our card base. Now, I like this as it is, but it needs one extra thing. Where is it? There we go. Just going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to the centres, just to give it a little extra shimmer. You can see that it also blends it a little bit, so I'm just gonna, there we go. So there we have it. First card, really simple. Like I say, I'm so pleased that this stamp set is 30% off. It's fantastic. And it's one of those I think you'll pull out over and over again. These flowers are gorgeous. You've got some lovely background images. So, and I love just this simple card. I think it's very elegant. And actually you could swap out that greeting. I think it'd make quite a nice sympathy card actually. So there we go. Card number 1. There we have it. Right, so second card I'm going to make is using another set that's included in this offer, and that's the Super Duper. So let me just check this for you. This one is only available for the 24 hours, and this one is 20% off. So instead of £17, this is only 12. Let me make sure this is 9. So instead of being £17, yeah, it's only £13.60. So again, I think this is one of those stamp sets that I love the fact that it's got really big, bold greetings, so you can do a lot with it without having to, they can really just make your card without you having to do a lot to it. And you've got some nice little images to go on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this big happy birthday to you. And when you see it on the card, you'll see just how big it is. Okay, look at that. Lovely. Okay, and then we'll ink it up. With a big stamp like this, it's really important to get plenty of ink down. There we go. So you get a good image. And all I'm going to do is just stamp this right in the center. Try and get it straight. Give it a good press. Right in the center of my card panel. So that's reasonably straight. That's not too bad, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just create a little bit of background on here using some soft sky and some smoky slate. And I'm going to use these little images here, which are like little, I don't know quite what they are, little sparkles. I think they make quite good snowflakes actually, I think. If you wanted to use them on your Christmas cards. Okay. And we've also got some balloons. So I'm going to use some of the balloons as well. Okay, let's put those on our blocks. Okay, so let's start with the grey, and we'll do, I'm going to stamp off this because I just want this quite subtle. Let's do one here, that's it, and then we'll open up our soft sky. Can you see that? Am I in the camera? I am. And then I'm going to do this little round one, and we'll put him here like so, and then we've got a little strip, so these can be the strings. I'm going to do those in blue. Like so. And then all I'm going to do is take the other images and just stamp them around the back. I'll take the bigger one. We'll do that in grey. There we are. I think we need a bit more blue. And let's see. Oh, we need a grey one over here. So let's do that. There we go. Okay. Now, I don't know, the light's not great, but I don't know if you can see that. Let me lift it up. So again, just a really, really simple, just stamping. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer with my Wink of Stella to some of the bits, and I'm going to add some to the balloons. They shimmer as well. Okay, and then we will just mount this onto a piece of black. I'll do a blog post like I normally do, which has all of the dimensions and everything for you. So if you want to recreate these cards, you can do so yourself. Okay, so there we go. And then we'll pop that up. Onto, I've got a soft sky card base. So I think this would be a nice man's card or a boy's card. And that's why I've used these kind of colours, because I know that masculine cards can be a bit tricky sometimes. So I think this would be a good one for sort of like a, I don't know, a pre-teen boy or something like that. It's not too babyish, but it's still quite nice. And then, do you know something? I think I'm going to add some sparkle to this. I know I said it'd make a good masculine card, but you know what? You can still add sparkle to masculine cards. So I'm just going to add, whoop. I'm going to add a little rhinestone to the centers of some of these little sparkles. Here we go. Now I've done this in quite subtle colours, but could you imagine if you did this in really bright primary colours like red and yellow? It'd be a really fun birthday card. It'd be good for, as I say, make a good children's card, I think. There we go. Or you could do it in female colours, work really well. So there we go. Another super easy, simple card for you. There we go. Card number 2 down. We're flying through it tonight. All right, so next up, I'm going to do some Christmas cards for you because, you know, it's getting to that time. And I'll be honest, I've been making a lot of Christmas cards recently. I've done quite a few. I've done 3 online classes now, so they're still available on my website, and they're a lot of fun to do. Okay, so let's try, what should we do first? Ah, yeah. So another stamp set that's on offer is the Oh What Fun, and this is a really good Christmas one. This is in the annual catalogue. So let me just double check if this is, I think this one is available for the whole of the period, but let me just check. I should have checked this before I came on really, shouldn't I? Let's have a look. Where is it? It is on here. I definitely saw it. Also eclectic. Okay, I can't see it there. It's probably quite obvious. But anyway, let's get on with the card. So this is, again, another really straightforward, simple card design, but I think it's really quite fun. And I actually use this card design most years for Christmas. So if you've been around for a while, you will recognise this one. So I'm going to start with a real red card base. Okay, and we're going to use a strip of black, which I'm just going to stick straight on. Okay, and this is about 2 centimeters wide, and it just goes right the way across, about 1/3 of the way up our card. Okay, then what I've got is a square of gold glimmer paper, okay, and then a square of black. Can you see where I might be going with this card? Can you see what it is yet? Who remembers who says that? Okay, now, when you're sticking your cardstock to glimmer paper, you do need to hold it in place for a bit because obviously with the glittered finish, the glimmer paper takes a little bit longer to catch it. So, let me just, I'm actually going to use my, I've changed my mind, I'm going to use glue dots for this because I think that will work better. There we go. So let's do that. So I'm going to put a few glue dots on the back here. So when you're sticking anything to the front of our glimmer paper, you really need to get a good strong adhesive in order to get a good fit. Oh, thanks, Lynn. It's great to be back. I'm a bit out of practice, I have to say. I had to double check that Facebook hadn't changed anything. Hi, Sue. Good to have you. Right, so here we go. We've got our, like so, and then I'm just going to pop a little dimensional on the back. Where have I put them? There they are. Okay. Can anyone see where I'm going with this yet? Do you know what it is? And then I'm going to pop that in the middle. All right. Now, I'm going to take a punch, and this is also on special offer. Oops. And I'm going to just punch out some little blacks. No, I'm going to do some gold. And these will be buttons. So we're going to do a few. So one. I'm trying to punch it out without using up too much of my glimmer paper. Normally, I'm not too bothered about tiny little bits of paper, but when it comes to my glimmer paper, I do try and get the most out of it, which is why I save all my scraps. Here we go. So let's see how many we've got. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I think we need at least one more. Let's have a go. Okay. 4. No, one more, I think. It's looking a bit bare on the bottom. So, as you can probably tell by now, I'm making a Santa suit. There we go. So the easiest way to stick these down is with glue dots. You could use wet glue, but I think glue dots are just easier, because all you do is just place it over the dot, peel it off, and then place it down. With something as small as this, sometimes using wet glue, it's just very hard to keep it from getting all over you rather than your card. Okay. There we go. And one more. There we are. Okay, we've got glitter everywhere. And now I'm going to stamp on here. We have a ho ho ho. So I'm going to stamp that on there. Okay, and I'm just going to use my black ink for this. Okay, now be careful when stamping this, because I don't know if you can see that. I've lost count of the number of times I've stamped O. Hi Terry, hope your boys are all right. I saw that Alex is not well. I hope they're okay. But yes, I have stamped O a lot of times with this particular stamp. So make sure you get it the right way around and you're stamping ho 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 instead. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is just stamp it down here in the corner. There we go. Really easy, simple card. And like that, you know me, I like simple cards anyway, but particularly at Christmas time, I like to keep them super simple, because it's at Christmas time you tend to make a few more of them. So this is a really good one for making multiples. Very, very simple. And like I say, this particular stamp set is really great. If you bought just one stamp set for Christmas, I would recommend this one, because it's got some lovely sentiments. And I'm actually going to use it again. So that's card number 3. We're whizzing through it today. What are we at? 8:30. Fantastic. Right, so on to the last card. Let's just clear some space. So I'm going to keep this stamp set. We're going to use this punch. And we're also going to use this punch, which gives us a lovely bell. Now, for our next card making class, our Christmas card making class in December, we're going to be playing with this one, but we're going to be being a bit fancy with it. So you can see we're doing some heat embossing. This is one of the cards that we're going to make. But I'm going to keep it really simple for tonight. I'm just going to use the punch. So I'm going to start. Let's bring in our pieces. All right, so first of all, let's just punch out our 2 bells, and this is using our copper foil, so it's dead easy. Like I said, there's a coordinating stamp set with this, but the stamp set's not in the sale. But all we need to do is just punch out. I'm just using up some scraps here. Whoop, 1. Will I get 2 from here? Let's see. Oh yes, there we go. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got our 2 bells. Right. And then we're going to use this punch here. So we're going to punch out some holly and some berries for this one. So just got a little scrap of red here. So I'm just going to use that to punch out some holly berries. 2, 3. Oop, there we go. Normally these fly out and they end up everywhere, but they're staying in the punch tonight. Right, so there we've got some berries, and then we're going to bring in some garden green, and we're going to punch out some leaves. So you can see we've got a big leaf and a small leaf. This is also a bow, which you can do, but I'm going to stick to just the holly at the moment. So we want a few, I think I probably want about 4 big leaves. Oop. Bit stuck in there, let's get that out. There we go. And how many have I got? 3, 4, and then there's a small one. I want a small one too. So then I probably want maybe about 3 or 4 of those too. So there we go. We can punch out some more if we want them. Okay, let's get rid of our bits. All right, so we'll build our holly in a minute. So bringing this back in, I'm just going to stamp my greeting on here. So I'm just going to have my 2 bells here like this, and I'm going to take the Happy Christmas from here. I think that's it's a really big sentiment. So again, good for making your cards easily. Right, bigger block. And I'm going to stamp this in red. Okay, so give it a good ink. And there we go. Put that straight down. There we have it. Excellent. And now pop that to one side. I'm going to make up my holly leaves. So when I do the leaves, what I tend to do is just give them a little bit of a wrinkle, so they've got a bit of dimension to them. Okay. There we go. And I've just realised I'm missing something. I need a bit of metallic thread, so I'll go get that in 1 second. Okay, let me just get the metallic thread next. Here we are. So I want some dimensionals on the back of my bells, like so. All right, and then I want to just place a little bit of snail here, because I'm just going to do some metallic thread at the back. So all I'm going to do, don't know if you can see this in the light, I'm just going to wrap that around my fingers a few times, like so. Trim it. Okay, and then I'm just going to pinch them together so that they're like a little bow, and then place them down like so. Okay, and then I just want to make sure that my ends are tucked in because I don't want my ends sticking out. So this one here, I'm just going to tuck this in like this. All right, and then I'm just going to place my 2 bells down like so. Don't worry if the adhesive is showing because we're going to cover that up in a moment. All right, and then we'll bring back in our glue dots, and then we just lay the holly down all around the top to make like a little, not a garland, just a little decoration at the top. You can put as few or as many as you wish. Let's see how it goes. I haven't, like I said, I'm kind of improvising a little on this one, and we'll just see how we go with it. All right. Oop. Let's get glue dot actually on that one. That will make it a lot easier. I find when building up these holly arrangements that glue dots are just the easiest. It just allows you a lot more flexibility with where you want stuff placed, and again without wet glue kind of oozing out around the sides and what have you. So we'll put a small one there. And a small one up there. And then we'll take our dots. And these are the same dots we used to make the little Santa's outfit. So you can see that you can use it for more than just holly. Here we go. And we'll do one. Let's have a look. Let's do one there. All right, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a little one down here as well, seeing as I've got a few bits left over. Oops. So let's do like this. And then a little one there. And I think just one berry on here maybe. Yeah, that works. Okay, so there we have it. And then all we do is just glue this to a panel of red. Okay. There we go, and then we've got our green base. Where's my bone folder gone? Never mind, I'll just use this instead. Improvise. Oh, it's right here. It's right next to the thing I picked up to replace it. And then, because we've got quite a bit of dimension on the front, I'm just going to stick this down. When you're making your Christmas cards, just be really aware of, if you're going to post them, you need to keep them really quite flat and not put too much embellishment on them, because otherwise it will cost you an awful lot more at the post office. Now, I think this needs a little bit of spritzing, so just bear with me 1 second. Let me get... What should we do? What should we do? Let's do red. Okay. So again, no, I'm not going to do red. I'm going to do a brown. I want it quite subtle. So when you're doing your spritzing, remember, use the brush end of your marker, and you want to just put the brush end into this edge of the cap here like so, and then just flick it. You will need to flick it reasonably hard, and also make sure that you've got some paper down because it will kind of go around. So here we go. There. Oop. I think that looks better. So there we have it, our 4 cards for this evening. Let me just clear a bit of space. See if we can get them all back in the shot. So we've got our 2 Christmas cards, and then we've got our 2 birthday cards. Well, birthday and our kind of eclectic. So there we go. interesting mix. Can you see them? Are they all in? I can't tell. Let's see if I move this down a little bit. Will we get them all in together? Let's have a look. So there we have it. So thank you again for bearing with me during my absence. I hope to sort of gradually resume business as usual over the next few weeks. As I said, go to my website. I'll put the link in the post once I've finished here, and make sure to check out what's on offer for this particular extravaganza. It's definitely, like I said, 20% off stamp sets and up to 40% off other items. Definitely worth a look. Remember to use the host code when you place your order, and you'll be entered into a draw to win. Where's the stamp set? To win the Mary Pattern stamp set. And I would really love it if you would share this video. I really would love to have more followers and have lots more people and meet lots more people. I'm really enjoying the interactions that we get online, and having met you guys, I just want to do more of that. So I'd love it if you shared the video. That'd be great. So thank you again. Thanks for joining me this evening, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.